Okay. So, my name is Dori. I am the retail manager here at Meadowbrook Gourds. I spend most of my time in the gift shop here on the farm, but I also do some of the classes here and I do some marketing. And we have a newbie with us. So, Carrie, you want to introduce yourself and what you do?
My name's Kara. I am a crafter here. So I help cut the designs in the gourds.
For all we know, she might have did some of the gourds that you actually have in front of you.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, nobody else is waiting. So we are going to go ahead and get started. The first thing we're going to go over is all the parts that you should have gotten in your kit. A second. Okay. And hopefully you guys are here to do the gingerbread man because that's the one we're doing today. So I'll go over the list. I'm going to put that in front of you so you can kind of look at it.
Yep.
You should have a body with 2 gloves and a rubber band. Make sure you keep the rubber band on for right now, because we don't want you to mix up your gloves. Although I don't know if you could you? No, they're definitely right on. Okay, never mind that. But you should have a body and then you should have 2 gloves or mittens. You should have a head. You should have a long piece of material and then a little bow tie. You should have 3 little buttons for his belly. You should have a bigger paintbrush and then a one that is very, very thin. And you can take the plastic thing off of it if you want to. You can either throw it away or you can keep it once you clean it and put it back over. It'll help the brush from not getting ruined. You should have 2 Q-tips. You should have 1 pot of glue. So the glue is the one that is by itself. And then you should have 3 pots of paint. So just remember, this is your glue and this is white paint. Because if you mix them up, you're going to have very sticky gourd.
Yeah, you don't want that.
And we don't want that. No. So this is, and that should be everything. Oh, and the most important, you should have a light base. So if for some reason you do not have all the parts that I just explained, you can give me a call. I'm the one who's been sending you all the emails. So you can send me an email or call me tomorrow and I will make sure that you get any parts that are missing from your kit. Okay, are you ready? Here we
I'm ready.
go.
Here we go. First timer. All right. So first you will want to take the rubber band off your gourd and the mittens might pop out.
Yeah, you won't be able to mix them up. Sorry.
There's a right and a left.
There is a right and a left. So,
All right.
okay.
You can set the body off to the side and you'll want to get your paints. We're going to start with the barn red
Okay.
and we will paint the mittens.
And I'm assuming we'll use the big brush, right?
Yes, the big brush. And you can use your plate too if you want to, like if you get too much paint on and you just kind of want to thin it out.
Okay. Um, with the snowflakes in the mittens, try and go a little light around the snowflake so that you don't get it in the snowflake. But if you do happen to get it in, you can take like a toothpick and just get that paint out of there.
Yes. And you'll want to do um like a thin coat. You might need 2 coats of the red on the mittens. Uh, a thin coat will dry fast,
Mm-hmm.
and then you will get a nice even glove color.
Do we have to do the edges of the mittens?
You do not have to do the edges
Okay.
of the mittens.
Okay. So I don't know where everybody else is but right now in Pennsylvania, it is very, very chilly. Although, from what I understand, the whole country is very, very chilly right now.
Yes, I know the one school district in our area, the the diesel in the bus, it started gelling, so they had to cancel school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Yeah, it is very cold, and I think our heater is now working. It kind of decides when it wants to work, and then it just shuts off. So we've been going between being nice and warm to being very cold,
Yes.
but I think it's on now. So hopefully. Oh, and I did want to let you guys know right now you guys are all muted, but if you do have a question, please feel free to unmute yourself to ask the question, or I do have the chat up and we can I can follow through with that also and answer any questions that you have.
And I'm working on painting the second mitten.
Okay.
I might go ahead and paint.
I was just going to say, if you did a real light first coat, I think that you'll be able to actually start your second coat then. Yeah.
But if you're ready, we're also going to paint the nose red too. So you can go ahead and paint that. Just you can grab your gourd by the stem too if you have paint on your fingers.
Oh, thank you. I'm using my big brush, but I'm kind of using the corner
Yes.
of it just to go around. Just make sure no one's trying to get in and they can't. Nope. I talked to a gentleman today, and I don't know if it's that gentleman or not that I talked to. Is it you? Yep. Okay. I'm glad you got on. He didn't get the original link that I sent out, so that's why I sent it out a second time just to make sure that everybody got the link. And so I was kind of glad he called just to make sure that.
Yes, it's nice to
Yeah.
get you prepared.
Well, most of the time I get these urgent emails that say, I can't get in, and so then I'm trying to get them in while we're doing the class, but no, I haven't gotten any. So I'm assuming everybody got the link and
Is everyone doing okay?
they're
Thumbs
painting
up.
away. Good.
I think I'm gonna do another coat on my mittens here.
Okay. I I went over the line a little bit on his nose, so I'm just going to use one of these wipes and just touch it up a tiny bit.
Yeah, and I guess if you don't have baby wipes, you might be able to use a wet paper towel
Yep.
if you go outside the line in the nose.
Yeah. Yep. There we go. Okay. Second coat for the mittens. So normally during these times when we're just painting, I like to tell you what's going on in the farm, and there's nothing going on in the farm.
It's cold.
It's all under a couple inches of snow that we got on Sunday.
Yes.
So kids are loving it, but all right.
And I'm just gonna clean my brush out. Ugh, so happy that heat's working.
Yeah, no, I can feel it.
All right.
If you guys get behind or we're going too fast, just shoot us a chat or just let us know. We'll definitely slow down. But so far I think we're okay.
Yep, and then after we're done painting the mittens and the nose, we'll move to the eyes.
Then that one I might use my little brush
Yes.
because they're a little bit smaller than the nose.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Okay. I had a little bit of paint in my snowflake, you know, what I just told everybody to be careful of. I'm actually taking my really thin paintbrush too, and that is working really well. If you get any paint in the snowflake, it takes it right out. Okay, do I need a second coat on my nose?
No, I didn't. Oh yeah, I guess I could use a second.
Yeah, just I'm
Coat
gonna
there.
just touch it up just a little bit. I did really good around the edges. I just have to. Was that an oops?
Uh-huh. Did you hear that?
Yep, even we do oops.
Got a little outside the line there. I'm going to use a baby wipe and just wipe
Wipe
around
it
the
off.
edge a little bit.
Mhm. Okay. So then I think we're done with our red, aren't we?
Yep.
Yeah. So these little pots that you have, they do seal up real nice. So obviously we didn't use as much as what you were given. So you can always keep them for later projects or anything along with your brushes. I mean, the brushes are pretty nice brushes to keep. So
Yep, I just recommend cleaning them.
yes, very well.
Yep, so the paint doesn't dry in them.
Yep.
So,
Okay. So now we're ready to do eyes.
yep, is everyone good to move on to the eyes?
Yep.
All
Okay.
right.
That's all we need is a shake of the head and we're good. Okay, so of course we're going to use the white for those. Oh no, black.
Yep,
I'm
so
sorry.
we're gonna be doing I'll try to move this a little closer for
There
you.
you go.
But I think we're gonna try to use the very tiny brush
Yeah, I think that's going to be.
for the eyes. And a little paint goes a long way.
Yeah. My trifocals are not working, so they're coming off. And actually with the black, even if you go over the line a little bit, you're really not going to see it because it is black. Um, but you can try and stay in it as much as you can.
My eyes are just watering. I'm focusing.
Yeah, I had to take my glasses off because they were not focusing at all. I don't know what their problem is, but they weren't working the way they were supposed to. Well, these painting of the eyes may be the hardest thing that we do on the entire thing.
Uh-huh.
But I like that they have a burn mark because a lot of times my eyes never get to be the same size or the same shape, or if I have to try and paint them myself.
Oh, yes. Yeah, they're
And I forgot to tell you guys this ahead of time, but this is latex paint. So it's like the paint that you paint your walls with in your home. So just remember that it'll come off your hands nice and easy, but not so much your clothes. So um, try not to get it on your clothes if you can. It's not like it's water-based acrylics or anything. Okay, I have one eye done. Kara paints a little faster than I do.
slow and steady wins the race, though.
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
know. We'll
Yours
see.
look a lot better than mine.
Just figure if since I'm in the retail store, I don't do the crafting part of it. Um, so I'm always slower than whoever is teaching.
You might need a second coat of the black. I think the one coat actually looks pretty good.
And you can kind of decide how you want your guide to look too, because all of them are going to be a little different. Um,
Yep, no gourd is the same.
no, they are not. Which is what makes them so unique and so much fun to work with.
And then after you have the eyes painted, um, we're going to glue in the buttons.
Yeah, actually, I don't know if I'll need a second coat on them or not.
Yep, we'll let those the black eyes dry then.
Okay, while you guys are painting that stuff, I wanted to tell you about some upcoming classes if you haven't seen them yet on um on the website. So I don't know how many people are close by, but we do have a really neat, and we just added an afternoon class. It is our pine needle weaving class. So you're actually, the gourd is already going to be dyed and everything, and all the holes are going to be made. But we have a local artist, her name is Jen Naylor, and she sells these in our store. And we always have people ask how they do it. So she decided that she would teach a class, and the morning class already filled up. So we opened up a second class. So if you're interested and you're close by, um, this would be a really neat class to take, just to do something different with a gourd.
Yeah.
It is February 22nd. The afternoon class is going to be from 1 to 3, and the cost is $45. And like I said, it is online. And then we have 2 Zoom classes coming up. The first Zoom class is, and she's so, oh my goodness. When I get my glue, I'm going to have to glue. Ashley, who does our designs, did not glue her ears in. So she keeps losing her poor little ears. But when we teach you the class, we would teach you to put the ears in. But anyway, her name is Willow, and she's absolutely adorable. She does not light, so she can be placed anywhere in your home. You don't have to have a place to have electric or anything. She is, like I said, she is a Zoom class. She's $35, and that includes the shipping. And she is going to be done on March 18th. So you'll be able to make her and put her out a whole month before Easter comes. And she's going to be, I don't, I'll hold up. But she is a really pretty pink and it's sponge. So if you have never done a sponging technique, it's a great way to learn how to do it. I absolutely love to sponge because you can't make a boo-boo.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that you can't mess up.
No.
It always looks good.
So, but she's absolutely adorable. So it's $35 on March 18th. And then our April class is a little mushroom house. And that's going to be on April 15th, and that's $45. And that's a Zoom class too. So it doesn't light, but you can actually, if you don't want to glue your house down, you could actually put a little tea light underneath it and then just put your house over top of it. This one, of course, is glued on, but if you would like your little house to light, you would not have to glue your house down, and then it could light for you.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, so there's a couple different ways.
Be warm
do
and
it.
glowing.
Yes, and as you've seen, all of the supplies that we send you is to do the gourd exactly how we show it. But you are always more than welcome to pick whatever colors you have at home and to match your decor.
Yeah.
You can change it all up and do it however you want.
And make
So,
it your very own.
Yep, exactly. Exactly. So, okay. Well, that's the classes that are coming up. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. And I guess now we're on to putting in our buttons.
Yep. So if you want to grab your body, your glue, and one of your Q-tips. And then you just open up your glue. Watch out, it might it might seep out a little bit.
They filled it very full.
So I recommend putting the glue. You would take your Q-tip. I'm gonna get a little glob on there.
Okay.
And then you will stick the glue inside the hole.
The whole way around it?
Um, it could just be kind of on the bottom half.
Okay.
And if a little glue seeps out, don't worry, it does dry clear, which is very nice.
Yes, it is.
So
Okay.
it doesn't take a whole lot.
And we'll do that for all three holes?
Yep,
I'm assuming?
all three holes. Okay. Watch out, your buttons might roll away from you.
Yeah. I opened up my little bag that they were in and they were like flying all over the place. Okay. Yeah. Oh, there it is. It's hiding.
And then this is what it looks like.
Okay.
And then once you have your buttons glued in, we are going to go back to the face of the gourd. We are going to put in the white flecks in the both eyes and on the nose.
Okay.
You guys can see that.
Okay, so when I'm doing the eyes, I picture the eyes as a clock, and I normally put the little dot at 2 o'clock. And then it looks like, because otherwise they kind of look bug-eyed. So if you're kind of looking at your eyes, just figure on 2 o'clock, and that's where you're going to do your little dot.
Yes, and you can use the end of your paintbrush. It's almost like a perfect little circle.
The thin one, not the bigger one, because then you don't have big pupils.
Yeah, it'll be really bug-eyed.
Yeah.
So you would just dip the handle of your paintbrush into the white paint.
Yep.
And just make sure your eyes and nose are dry.
Yeah, see, I just did one. That's perfect.
Yep. So there's the two eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And then with the nose, you can use the same tool, the same the end of your paintbrush, and you'll just kind of do a little swoosh.
I was gonna say, what is the, oh yeah, okay. Can you guys see the little swoosh there? And again, that's kind of like a 1 to 2 o'clock swoosh.
1 to 2 o'clock.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, maybe it's not working like I thought. Maybe. Oh, I just dipped it in the glue.
See?
No wonder it's not working.
Well, you're gonna have you're gonna have a sticky nose now.
So close your glue bottle so you don't get confused. And then there, that's what it should look like with the,
Yeah.
and then I just make sure you rinse that white paint off. I
Okay.
think I'm gonna go to the mittens next. Actually.
Okay. You may do what you want to do. Okay.
All right. And then after you have your face finished, next we are going to glue in the mittens. So it's the same concept. You can use the same Q-tip. You will put glue. You can just go ahead and put it right around the edge, like the inside edge of where it's cut out, on both sides.
Okay, I did not like my white swoosh on my nose, so I wiped it off, and now I have to paint my nose over again, but I'm gonna, so if you don't like the way your swoosh came out, go ahead and you can wipe it off and then just paint over your nose again and do your swoosh when it's dry.
Well, and I guess maybe if you don't like using the tip, if it was too thick, you can use the small.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what, I didn't like that, so I'm not doing it. So, okay, and now we're gonna glue our mittens in.
Is everyone doing okay?
Okay.
All right.
No one said we're going too fast, so I'm assuming we're okay. So let me get my glue and my Q-tip.
Yep.
That I had before. One of the questions that we do get asked quite a bit is, after you're all done with everything, if you need to spray it with anything. Because of the kind of paints that we use, you don't technically have to paint, or I'm sorry, spray them with anything, but I like to, only because I think it makes it look finished. And so you can use, you can actually use like just like a polyurethane or a polyacrylic spray, or one that you paint on. It just kind of gives it a little bit of a sheen, and makes it look complete. And I always, I never have any problems with my paint like chipping or anything over time if I put that on it.
Yes.
So you don't have to, if you don't have it, it's not like you have to run out to the store and get it. But if you would like to, you absolutely can.
Yeah, it definitely gives it a nice shine, a finished look.
Yeah.
And then once you have your glue, you can just pop your mittens right in. Now if there's a little bit of glue sticking out, it's not a whole lot. You can wipe it, but again, it will dry clear, so you won't see it.
And the type of glue that we're using right here, it's called Aleene's Tacky Glue. You can get it in most, any type of like Hobby Lobby or Michael's or any kind of like craft store like that. I think I've even seen it like at Walmart, that you can get like in their crafting area. But it's a nice glue to work with. It does take a little bit of time to set. So like if you would try and pop out your buttons right now, you probably could still do it. But
Once it dries,
oh, it's wonderful.
it works great.
Yeah.
It won't go anywhere.
Nope.
So trying to get I'm backwards with the camera.
Isn't that terrible?
Yeah. So that's the body.
Mhm.
And then next we will glue the head on the body. So I recommend putting the glue on the neck.
Mhm.
And you just use your handy dandy Q-tip.
Just make sure that when you put your head on, that you line it up with your buttons.
Yes.
So that it's not he's not looking sideways.
And a good way to do that is you kind of look at the nose and you try to align the nose with the buttons.
Oh, that's a great idea. Okay. And I would put pretty much glue on as much, pretty glob it on because it's going to hold your head. And even if you do see it, because we're going to be putting ribbon around it, you'll never see if you have any glue sticking out.
Yes. And just keep in mind this tacky glue, it does take a little bit to dry. So once you put the head on, if you move the head will shift as well. So
And don't pick it up by the stem or you're going to lose your head.
yes. So I'm going to just align it, the nose with the buttons.
Now, I know for mine, my head is smaller than the hole for the body. That's okay because, like I said, we're going to cover it up. So you want to put as much of the head on the body as you can, but it's okay if not every single piece of it is attached.
Yes.
That makes any sense. Okay.
All right. And then the next step, I'd close your glue so you don't get confused with the white paint. And then you'll want to get your white paint out because the next thing we'll do is we're going to paint the white, I want to call it icing.
Yes.
Um,
It's a gingerbread. It can be icing.
Now, if you do have like a white pen marker,
Mm-hmm.
you can use that. But what we have, we're going to use the white paint. So I would use the skinny paintbrush.
Mm-hmm. And really, it's just a wiggle line.
Yeah, you can't mess up the wiggle line.
No.
It's not doing a straight line. And just be mindful, I don't grab it by the neck like I just did.
She decapitated her gingerbread. So yeah, you're just going to dip it in the white paint and just kind of just do a squiggle line. And if you want them to kind of match up, just make sure you have enough paint to go from like the top of the head or the bottom of the head to the top of the body. You know.
Yeah, so it goes, yep, it goes the whole way down under the belly and around the mittens.
Yes. Everybody can see that. And like I said, there's really no rhyme or reason. I mean, you just wiggle.
And you might need to get some more paint, like dip your brush a couple times.
Yeah, just make small strokes. Don't try and get it to go real far. If that makes any sense.
Yes, it does. I'm doing a lot of squiggles.
I'm doing hardly any squiggles.
I'm not trying. Oh, there goes my head.
There's my head. Hey, squiggles are going to be hard to do with a head like that. You get your head on?
Yep. I'm going to hold it while I'm painting.
Yeah. I'll do more squiggles on the body. Is everybody doing their squiggles okay?
Oh, yeah. Hers is
Oh,
looking good.
yeah, I can see. Good. Yeah. I might have to wait to do my bottom later. Like underneath.
Yeah, if you can like grip the head and the body at the same time.
Yeah, that would be the easiest.
But
So I think I'm going to lay it down like that. I think that'll work.
there you go.
If you're ever doing any, because we have lots of other kits that you can get that aren't necessarily a class, they're just a kit that you can buy and put together at home. You can always use a hot glue gun. That would be like a great thing for the head because it like adheres instantly.
Yes. Yeah.
But
And then if any glue seeps out with the hot glue gun, it gets covered up by the scarf.
yeah. How's your squiggles?
Oh, good.
You did good on your squiggles? Good.
You can't mess up squiggles.
No, you can't. It's done with my squiggles. They dry very fast too.
Yes. I'm going to put some more glue on my.
On your head.
Yes. Oh, that looks good.
There's my squiggles. Oh, I like to see everybody's squiggles. Okay. Oh, very good.
All right.
Okay.
Well, once you're done with your squiggles, we're going to take the red ribbon. And you can put a little bit of glue around the neck of the body if you have enough.
Yeah, I know on the front, like I have kind of a gap in the back of my head there. So I'm going to put more glue there, but I still have glue in the front there. So I'm going to adhere my ribbon to the front and then move it around to the back.
Yep. And then you'll just want to cut the length.
So
now you'll want to put the like you want to wrap it in the front so you don't, so then it will stick together in the front and the bow will cover up,
Right, where they meet.
yeah, where they meet. So
Okay. And remember, you always measure twice and cut once. So just make sure that you bring it around and then cut it. But I do think that we gave you enough that just in case you don't.
and then you can put a little dot of glue on the one piece of the scarf, and then you'll just flap the second piece on it to make it stick. And just be gentle with your gingerbread man because the head is,
Still trying to set up.
yep. And then once you have that on, you will put a little dab of glue on the back of the bow and just stick it to the front of the scarf or ribbon.
He's so cute.
There you go.
Oh, I have to put my little white mark on my nose again. I forgot
Oh,
I
yeah.
okay, so when you're putting on your ribbon, just remember, just look, because there is the piece that goes in the middle. There's a side that has like where you can see where it was glued back together, and then there's a flat side. So you're going to put the part that where the two pieces meet. That's what you're going to glue up against the gourd. Eh, I'm gluing myself.
You're sticky.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, isn't he cute?
Mm-hmm.
Get some glue off of me.
And then you can always keep this belt for
Mhm.
later if you want.
But this is my little dude.
Yep. And then once your gourd is all dry, you can stick them on your light base. And
Yep.
he'll be able to light up then once you plug them in.
That's adorable. I like that. Oh, you do my little white. Yep. Okay. How's everybody doing? Any questions? Good. Okay. Wonderful.
Well, it was fun having you guys for my
Yeah.
first Zoom class.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us for a little bit and just keeping us company for a little bit. And we hope you enjoyed the class and like your gingerbread man. And we wish you a good rest of your evening.
Yep, stay warm.
Yes, try. If for some reason you have any questions after we go off here, just go ahead and just email it to me, and I will make sure I get back with you. Or like I said, if you're missing any of the parts, please let me know. Okay? Well, thanks for joining us, and we will
Bye.
see you soon.